Hello world, it's Jacob Steiner here on the 4th and 11 show. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at Jacob Steiner and also Steven at Aggie1914. What's going on, Steven?
What's going on, Jacob? How's it going? This is Friday morning. Let's get into it.
Well, let's get into it indeed. No birthdays really to kind of talk about today. I want to go straight into this. A Chiefs fan, and I've been talking about fans all week about the Texas Tech fans just being dumbasses. And I'm going to go ahead and say that this Chiefs fan, I mean, it's pointless that they arrested him, but it's stupid to shine a laser in Tom Brady's eye during a play. What are your thoughts, Steve?
I mean, just that. It is dumb. It's definitely dangerous. I mean, shining a light in anybody's eyes is dangerous. And we obviously don't want that. Like you said, arresting him after the fact, it kind of seems a bit much. Speaking as someone who's majoring in criminal justice, I understand what they can charge him for, but I'm pretty sure I don't imagine the DA prosecuting any type of case like this. We'll just have to see. I mean, I think a ban from the stadium, maybe a fine. I don't know, maybe go mow Tom Brady's yard. I don't know. I mean, but to get arrested for shining a light in somebody's eyes, as dangerous as it is, I can't see the good outcome of it. But we'll see what happens, and we'll keep along with the case.
I mean, it's pointless to just be so ignorant, just to want to win a football game for a team that you love. Just shine a stupid fucking light in the guy's face.
Right. I mean, I think maybe he was a Chiefs fan shining a light in the Brady's, and maybe he was a Patriots fan shining a light in Brady's, or just wanting attention. All we know is that we saw it, and hey,
well, it says Chiefs fan. So.
Well, Chiefs fan, like I said, I mean that's who they arrested, and so that's who we're going to go for, and there's definitely better ways to distract an opposing quarterback, a noisemaker or something.
Question:
What?
Would you be dumb enough to do that if he was facing the Broncos, and I'm giving you the Broncos, I don't know how to make this even more glorified, but they're about to go to the Super Bowl, and you're right there, you're just like, oh, Tom Brady's knocking on the door. I got this. Let me see what I got to distract him. You got a fucking laser.
I that's a tough one. I mean, obviously you want to distract him as much as you can, but I said I don't think there's any football game that's worth going to jail for. Obviously, if they're taking him to jail, which means they'll probably take other people to jail when they start shining lights in people's eyes. Would it be pretty funny? Maybe a prank? Yeah, but I just think the way they're handling it, I probably wouldn't do it. I'd make some noise, or I don't know, do something that's a bit undetectable. Yeah, so that's probably my answer. I probably wouldn't do it, but hey, give me enough Bud Lights and maybe, who knows, I'll streak the field. I don't know. But if you're asking soberly, would I shine a light into the opposing quarterback's eyes? Probably not.
I was kind of hoping for someone to streak across the field during the Super Bowl.
Hey, it would have been a bit more excitement than the Super Bowl itself. So
that was complete garbage. And this fan, didn't even help his team at all. That would have made the Super Bowl much better. So, and all in all, the fans just absolutely 10 is the smartest person, 1 is the dumbest. He's probably about a 2 on the dumb scale. I mean, he's probably banned for life from Arrowhead as well.
He probably is, yeah. I agree with that. That seems a bit more appropriate than arresting him. But like I said, it's whoever pressed charges, or the NFL took pressed charges, you have to read the article.
But do the Chiefs fan have a target on this guy's back, like they did with the guy that caught the ball, Steve Bartman, the Cubs game?
I don't think so. I don't think it's that big of a stunt. This guy, I mean, was shining a light in opposing quarterback's eyes. I don't think anybody can really say, hey, that was a bad thing to do. I didn't really affect the game. They still lost. So, does he have a target on his back? Probably not. Is he probably be watched at every football movie game he goes to? Yeah, I can see that happening.
It's gonna be funny. Just shine a light, and he turns into Superman, and Tom Brady just goes down the field and scores a touchdown.
We never know how Tom Brady works, y'all.
Just he accidentally that's his disguise, his Superman holder. He doesn't get to have his powers if he has glasses on, and the guy shined his light on and burned the glasses off. He's set free.
There you go. That's Super Brady.
Well, I mean, as we're now talking about arresting Leonard Fournette, arrested for a traffic violation. So the NFL has, I mean, you don't hear about this type of stuff in the NHL, MLB, NBA, but you hear it every single day in the NFL. Steven, you're a football guy. I was kind of a football guy. What are wrong with these assholes?
I don't think there's anything wrong. I think, well, with this case, I mean, Leonard Fournette was driving with a suspended license. A dumb thing to do, obviously, but nothing that isn't non-news, I guess, worthy. We see all these arrests come out from domestic abuse and marijuana charges and all that. And as much as, they're still kind of on the low, that seems to be more the play towards, these big news articles. Leonard Fournette getting arrested for a suspended license. He didn't hurt anybody. He wasn't doing anything wrong to hurt anybody. He just made a dumb choice. And I think the way that they're blowing this out of proportion kind of it seems fishy. There seems to be some.
They blew it out of the water because of Leonard Fournette.
He's
a name. He's a big name.
He's a big name, right? You don't see
blow it out of the water.
You don't see an offensive lineman get pulled over and get arrested on the news just because nobody really cares about an offensive lineman.
And no one knows their face.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if J.J. Watt gets pulled over, everyone's going to know about it. People in Taiwan will know about J.J. Watt getting pulled over and arrested. But, Jeff Saturday for the old center for the Colts, I mean, if he got pulled over, no one cared.
Mostly because, I mean, he was pretty big on the news and stuff. I think people saw his face and so like, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it depends on the person you're talking about, and honestly, it just depends on the charge. I mean, I think it should depend on the charge. This whole trending because he got arrested for a suspended license. I mean, guys, come on, yeah, find something else. There's other stuff to look at in the news,
like Tiger Woods.
Yeah, or I mean, anything. I mean, the Avengers are coming out. Go research that. Don't just sit behind a computer and talk bad about Leonard Fournette getting arrested for a suspended license. There's been countless people in the world gets arrested for a lot worse, but you don't ever hear anything about that.
I will say this: it's not a suspended license, but an expired license. I mean, I was 18 at the time, and you know how your driver's license always gets expired at 18. Mm-hmm. You have to go get another one. So I mean, and I'm going to talk crap about me and my dad, because my dad's part of this. But I drove for 4 months with a expired license without knowing. And then I went up to my dad and I was like, doesn't this say expired? And it says 3/3 of whatever, I don't know. My dad just kind of looks at me, he's like, nah, you're fine. Oh wait. He kind of had that pausing moment of oh, I'm retarded. I'm so stupid. That is expired.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel what Leonard Fournette's doing
in
a sort of kind of way.
It's a small thing being totally blown up proportion. But kudos to the Jaguars. They responded and said they were aware, but they weren't making any situations.
I mean, why would you?
Right. I mean, it's a traffic ticket. For an unpaid traffic ticket. I get those
almost every day.
Yeah, unpaid traffic tickets, suspended license. I mean, that's all it really is. It wasn't anything. It's like, come on, guys. There's other stuff in the news. Let's talk about that.
Well, speaking of the next news, the New York Jets ugly ass jerseys come out. I mean, I'm a fan of green, but those are disgusting little bleep, whatever you want to call them. They're just ugly.
Yeah, they are pretty ugly. They look like a high school team. I think the best comment I saw was they look like the team off of the Madden 19 story mode. That green and white. That high school team in the Madden story.
Frog.
Maybe I don't know what it was,
frogs.
But they said they were trying to copy that, and that made me chuckle. And yeah, they're not the best looking jerseys. That green is kind of toxic. It looks toxic, but not in a good way. But hey, that's what they're wearing this year. They're gonna get used to them. But yeah, if I definitely would have gone that route.
If they went neon green, I would just barf.
If they went neon green, I think that'd be a little bit closer to the Seahawks.
Their black one's not bad.
Their black one isn't bad, but I mean, it looks like a Canadian Football League. It looks like a black one. It looks like the alternate Eagles jersey. I mean, the black one looks like an alternate Eagles jersey when they were all black. So we'll have to see how it looks in action, but definitely not too thrilled about those jerseys.
They do look like the team in the Canadian League with the S. It's green as well.
Yeah,
they actually do. Because I've watched one of those games. I was like, holy crap! Flashback. I mean, they look just like them.
Yeah, they do look like them.
They're so plain.
They're plain, but at the same time, they're too much.
No, they're not too much. They're just like they didn't try hard. Like I can draw a triangle on the shoulder and say, yeah, that's designing. That's like architecture right there. Like this is beautiful because I drew a triangle in a corner.
Right.
It's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You can draw a triangle. You can draw a sun in the freaking like shoulder blade, and it would be better than this jersey.
Hey, I mean, you got to hand it to the people on the engineering and the creative lab at New York Jets. They like that, and they decided to go with that. So let's see how it plays out this year.
They're selling this jersey for $149.
There are people buying it. I mean, like I said,
there's no one buying
New York fans are buying that jersey.
Because
diehard.
Like hell they are.
They probably are. I mean, if they probably would have heard some backlash already if the people weren't buying it. I mean, New York fans are hardcore, and they might say, you know what, it might look gross, but I'm gonna wreck it. I'm gonna rock it because it's my team. I'm not a big fan of the Broncos throwback jersey, but if I had to rock it, I'd rock it. That like puffy, it's like a baby orange. It's gross.
Real quick, we're gonna do a quick top 5, just real quick. Top 5 ugliest jerseys. We're doing. Usually top 5s are good things. Top 5 ugliest jerseys.
Top 5 NFL.
NFL ugly jerseys today, not retro. Ugly jerseys today.
Not retro.
Not retro, because there's plenty, and I don't think we have a top 5 for that.
Okay, then I would say one of them would be the Buccaneers jersey.
Thank you.
Red, brown, and silver. Like that's not even brown. It's like a brown silver plus silver. It's weird. That'd be in there. Let's see. Got 4 more. Oh, that's a tough one right off the spot. Probably honestly. The Cardinals, I mean, just kind of the same kind of thing with the New York Jets. It's just kind of plain. It's just red, you know, and it's kind of old school.
It's just got circles and
it's
lines all in the wrong places.
The Giants.
You don't like the Giants jerseys, or you?
No, not the Giants. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the San Francisco. I'm thinking baseball. San Francisco 49ers, the gold and red, or the red and gold white. I don't like those. That's 3. I got 2 more. Good Lord. I'm not really a fan of the Oakland. I don't really like the silver and black. I mean, I know those are like basic colors, but the way their whole outfit looks with those colors.
You don't like sexy? Because that's how men look sexy with the tuxedo. They're silver and black. Well, white and black. I mean, they do have white.
I mean, they have white and black, but I mean...
But you don't like the tuxedo?
Like, I'd rather like the Rams, the white and blue Rams.
No!
The black and silver
put them at number 2. What is wrong with you?
I'm not putting them in order yet, because, God, that would take too long. But I'm just saying the top 5, and then I have to put them in order.
Get on to number 1. You've already lost my vote.
Get on to number 1. Number 1 would probably be... I've got to do it fast, quick. Shoo. Oh, that's such a tough one because I'm trying to think of like a really bad one. Maybe I didn't really. Tennessee Titans came out with their new jersey like 3 years ago.
Those are like they're not awful.
It's like blue, but then like the shoulders like dark blue.
Yeah, but they're so much better than their old ones. Their old ones are garbage.
It's the white, blue, and silver ones.
Yeah, and also those like light blue ones. Mm-hmm. Those were Oh my goodness.
If not the Tennessee Titans, I would probably say the Jets. The Jets.
Yeah.
We just spent a whole minute talking about that. I'd probably say the Jets.
Jets are definitely number 1. Number 2, definitely the Buccaneers. I mean, I can go all day on the Buccaneers jersey. I mean, if we were talking about logos, it would be the Saints, but those jerseys, the black and gold, those are fine. Number 3. It's pretty hard. I would have to go with the Bengals jerseys. I'm not a fan of them with that ugly ass helmet. That's just
the helmet's okay.
No,
If they made a white and black one, that'd be nice.
they do. I think
Yeah, they have a white and black one. Those are clean. But black and orange are kind of old. It's kind of, just like, all right, same old, same old. As most helmets in the NFL nowadays. Kind of same old. Like, we know the logo. There's nothing that flares up. Like, what was really cool was to see, like, the Denver. I know this is a biased thing, but the Denver Broncos, when they came out with the throwback light blue Big D, orange horse coming out of the D, those are nice helmets.
But we're not doing retro.
We're not doing retro. Definitely. Can't do retro. There's too many.
Can't finish my thing.
Oh, yeah, you're on 4, right? 4.
Yeah. The Vikings at number 4.
What? The Vikings? That's
Bro, the purple does not go with it. I don't like purple and gold. I don't like the Lakers. I don't like the Vikings. It's stupid.
purple and gold.
It's stupid.
Colors of royalty. Purple and gold look good.
You're tripping.
I don't watch the
You're
Lakers,
tripping.
and I don't root for LSU,
You're
but they
tripping.
have good.
The LSU rocks it pretty well. That's the only purple and gold. I'm sorry. It's the only purple and gold. The Vikings at 4. That's no kidding. No, 5. What?
Go.
I'm going with your 49ers.
Which one? The red ones or the white ones or the gold ones? The red and blacks are okay, but they just don't have a helmet that matches.
Bro, the red and blacks, they just like hurt my eyes when I'm trying to find like the number. Like, it's the red's so dark, it's hard to see on that. They're cool looking, but you also got to remember that people are trying to read the names. They're like, oh, I want to watch football for the first freaking time. I'm going to watch the 49ers play this team, and I want to know the guy who's the quarterback, and I can't see his freaking name. So stupid. It's ugly.
The 49ers your 5th period.
Yeah.
All right, then.
All right. Well, you talked about it earlier, and I had a little nice little rant. I need to regather my voice. I've been saying for the last few days on my podcast that I will not see the NFL draft live in person. I will keep up with it on my phone. I'm spending 3 hours and 2 minutes in a movie theater chair.
Definitely. Sorry, NFL draft. Avengers Endgame's coming out. You're not getting watched. I'll have my watch on so I can look and see who gets drafted. I'll have the notifications, but Endgame beats it. I mean, Endgame. I know someone who's watching Endgame and delaying having their baby a day. Their baby's due date was April 26th.
It's the 25th.
The 25th, and they're delaying it to the 28th.
Can they do that?
That the doctor approved it, and I was like, "What the hell?" And they're like, "Yeah, Avengers Endgame is more important than this baby being born." I know them. They used to go to my school, and I'm like,
Holy
"Okay,
hell.
you better name your kid Tony or Steve or something." Like you can't delay your baby being born. But think about it. 18 years later, and your baby's like, "Why was my birth date on April 28th. Well, Tony, like, we wanted to see Avengers Endgame. And they're like, oh, that old movie? I'm like, yeah, that old movie.
No, it's just like you get a call from your mother. It's like, where's your baby? Why are you pregnant yet? Or like you going into labor? It's like April 25th, and then she like finally picks up after like the 8th ring after Avengers is done, and she's like, oh, I just said screw it. I'm gonna push his due date back a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
first of all, I'm not answering the call in the movie theater anyway. That'll go to voicemail. Her anus? Really? Do the babies come out of her anus, Jacob?
I don't know. She's clenching something up there to keep the baby up. She's had like 20
it's definitely a mind-boggling mystery, but hey, they're gonna do it, and that's their right to do it.
Oh gosh, I can't see it. She's just sitting there like, whoa.
Hey, Endgame is worth it, folks. You heard it first. You were here, Pog. Hashtag shout out to the chat man. Had a baby
I'm
today.
watching Brie Larson instead of a child crying that his team picked this guy.
Yes.
I don't want the meme. You need a breather over there?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, the NFL draft will still have a few more days, but the vendors will still be out. If you don't see it on the first day, then you're going to definitely see it on the second day. Or if it's even that good, you're going to go for round 2. Or you miss something. You missed an Easter egg. You're going to go for round 2. Screw you, NFL. I don't want to see...
Endgame beats everything. Game of Thrones beats Endgame.
Oh, no.
Changed my mind.
No.
Besides Jacob,
No.
because Jacob doesn't watch Game of Thrones.
No.
Season 8 starts this Sunday. Make sure you're watching on HBO.
No.
This is not sponsored, but go watch it. Season 8. Game of Thrones. You have it is Friday morning, folks. You have 2 days to watch seven seasons of freaking long episodes of Game of Thrones. You're going to have an emotional weekend, but I guarantee you come 9 o'clock on Sunday, you're going to be ready in your chair with a bowl of popcorn waiting for Season 8, Episode 1. Mark my words.
Trash. I don't want to see dragons. I don't want to see it. But those Game of Thrones Oreos, sponsor, are freaking clean. They're clean.
Just like the Game of Thrones shoes that Adidas brought out.
Those
you haven't seen them.
You showed them to me the other day.
Those are clean. The House Targaryen.
No.
Black Adidas, if you want to send us some shoes, I'm a size 13. Please and thank you. House Targaryen or
send me some 14s.
Or the White Walker. The White Walker Blues. Size 13. Hit me up.
You ain't getting shit.
I'm not getting nothing. But it's always good to hope, folks. Never forget that. Hope wherever you can.
You got some goals. You gotta make them. As we move on to another goal, maybe. ESPN signing a freaking deal through 2024 to coverage each Big 12 championship game in football. And ESPN Plus will carry Big 12 football regular season games. Steven, I'm a Big 12 person because I don't go, want to, go to school in Kansas. This is huge for me.
This is huge. I mean, this is just huge in general. There's going to be ESPN made a good power move. I think this brings games that people want to see. This is going to bring revenue to ESPN, to these schools. And this is something that's long overdue. So I'm excited to see the Big 12 this next season. Excited to see them do what they do with ESPN. ESPN's a big market, and we'll have to see how Big 12 does, and if come 2024, if they extend that contract. I think they will. I think this is the beginning of kind of a lifetime achievement. Is they're always going to have it. I mean, they've got the SEC now. They've got the Big 12. Who knows? They might branch out to even the D2s. I mean, people want to see football. There are fans everywhere. There are fans at Stephen F. Austin. There are fans at Sam Houston. There are fans at University of Houston.
North Dakota State as well.
Yeah, UNT. There are fans everywhere, and if you decide to air those air those games, you're going to get revenue. So, I think this is a good step in the right progress for ESPN.
I mean, it's going to be fun because I love the Big 12, and I'll say that again. But football is a profitable sport. But I love them both to death. I want more basketball than football. Basketball is a more profitable sport.
I think. We have to see some stats on that, but I think both are very profitable, and we'll see a lot of revenue come from both sports.
I mean, we'll see. ESPN, bravo out to you. Sign the 4th and 11 show.
Hey, Wake and Bake. Start your day off with the Wake and Bake, ESPN. You know you want to.
Yeah, they're not going to just pay us like a whole bunch of money just to do a dang show every Friday.
Hey, you never know. What did I say, people? Never forget hope. That's the quote of the day. Quote of the day, never forget hope.
Final question before the top 5, and it's a good one today. But we go into the NHL playoffs. We were watching it yesterday. Your Knights screwed up 4-1.
Game 1, folks. Game 1, not sweaty. These armpits are dry as hell. Not sweaty, not worried about it. We'll see how it goes.
My Stars, obviously, and you critique me. Oh, goodness. What? Why are you just giving me that face?
I'm not giving you a face. Continue what you're saying about yours.
I am starting to watch NHL.
Your Stars. I want to hear about your Stars.
I am starting to watch NHL. I have been cheering for, like, where, like, I don't really care about the Houston Dynamo because I'm from Houston. But, like, if they go to the championship game, I'm watching them. I'm cheering for them.
Right, that makes sense.
If the Stars go to the championship game, I'm going to cheer for them. I don't know. I didn't spend my whole entire life like you did sometimes watching and, like, studying and knowing all the greats. I know Wayne Gretzky, for freaking sake. But, I mean, like, he called me up earlier today. I forgot his name already.
Mike Madonna, number 9, Dallas Stars.
That guy.
Great.
I don't know his name. I just started this fucking year. I barely know any of the Stars players. I know Killenberg now. I forgot the goalie's name. No, Tyler Sagan. But it doesn't freaking matter because, like, I'm learning.
He's rooting for them, so he has the ability and the free choice to root for them all he wants. All I do is give myself a little chuckle.
At least I'm not cheering for, like, a team, like, far as away. I'm cheering for a hometown team.
Right, and that's your.
So you have a problem with that?
I don't have a problem with
bandwagon.
It chuckles. There's no bandwagoning because this is the first time they did the playoffs in, like, 2 years? So, like, I understand you're not bandwagoning, but it's just kind of funny to hear you say my Stars all of a sudden. But they are in the playoffs, so he does get to root for them. Otherwise, like my Vegas Golden Knights, who did, kind of drop the ball game one. We'll come back and see it tomorrow. But all I'm saying is it's looking good. I'm hoping, I'm praying. Never forget hope.
You want to get close to that mic again?
That's the best way. Instill it in their minds. Never forget hope. That's all we got to talk about today. Never forget hope.
All right, Preacher Steven. All right, like, calm down. What do you want, Genesis verse 2?
Negative.
Well, I mean, the NHL playoffs, obviously. Steven, do you have the scores from this night?
I do, yeah. Last night was a great night. I think we saw some good hockey. Blue Jackets beat the Lightning 4-3. Something I wasn't prepared for, but hey, they came up and they came to play. The Islanders beat the Penguins in OT. I was watching that game on my phone at work. That was a great game. The Penguins put up a good fight. Islanders had that final goal in the OT. Blues and the Jets, another kind of game I wasn't expecting. I was expecting the Jets to sweep that one, but the Blues showed up, and they're winning. And then, like you said, your Stars and the Predators again. A big kind of wasn't prepared. I was fully expecting to look down that score and see Predators 5, Stars 0. Stars beat them 3-2. We'll see how it keeps going. And then today, another couple good games. Maple Leafs beat the Bruins 4-1. Kind of a blowout there, but like I said, folks, it's game 1.
It's the Flames versus Avalanche.
The Avalanche and the Flames. The Flames came to play. If you guys got to watch that game, it was a great game. The Flames just outplayed, outmaneuvered, outhit the Avalanche in every way. They deserved that win. The Capitals beat the Hurricanes. Saw that coming. Alex Ovechkin did well. And we're excited to see the rest of the Stanley Cup playoffs. But,
Game 2 on tonight for your Knights.
Sharks, 9:30 tonight, NBCSN.
All right, and you said those jerseys, and we will get into a top 5 NHL jerseys next week. But you said those San Jose jerseys are not clean. Those jerseys are not clean.
No, they're not my favorite. Folks. I will just say that we'll get into it next week. We won't spoil anything, but we look forward to next week's top 5 NHL jerseys. But yeah, the Sharks will not be on my top 5 best NHL jerseys. Spoiler alert.
You disappoint me.
I know. It's sad.
But I am ready for Saturday. For game 2. And you might call me a hater, but I am ready for game 2 of the Stars and Predators.
We'll see. 5 p.m. will be easy to watch it. Saturday. We'll see how it goes.
All right. We are 30 minutes in. And it's time for the top 5. Top 5 MLB jerseys is to start us off today, Steven. I'll let you kind of go first on this one.
Top 5 MLB jerseys. Let's get into it. Obviously, number 1, if you guys have been listening in, you know that I like bright colors. I gotta go orange Astro jerseys. The orange Astros jerseys, that bright orange with that kind of blue, orange, white, yellow kind of side.
I'm sorry, I have to stop you. I have to interrupt you. You know you don't like that. But have you seen the Baltimore Orioles orange jerseys?
No, I didn't
they're
like them.
They're so much better than the Astros.
Like the Astros.
I'm an Astros fan, but they're so ugly.
No, the Astros I like. But going in, now you're saying another team. I like the blue and orange Met jerseys. Those are nice. The blue, that kind of dark blue with that bright orange Mets. Yeah, I like those. Those are my top. That's my two. The third one is kind of a throwback for me in terms, not because of the jersey, but because I grew up in Huntsville, Alabama, was born and raised, and Alabama doesn't have a baseball team, so my parents and I would drive up to Atlanta. We'd go watch the Braves. The red Braves jersey with the tomahawk, the classic logo. I think I probably still have my little 1-year-old jersey somewhere in a box, and I'm probably gonna put on my kid one day just to take a picture of it and put in a scrapbook. But hey, the Atlanta Braves, I remember going to those games, having fun with my parents. So number 3, I think Red Braves. That's just kind of nostalgia for me, but I really like that tomahawk. It looks tough. Number 4, Washington Nationals, all black with the American flag W logo.
No,
those just scream American. I'm not a Nationals fan. I really watch the Astros, folks. A big spoiler alert, but the Nationals, I was looking at them. They're just patriotic, and they look good with the black with the American flag. And then coming in finally 5 before you get to do your 5, the gray Texas Rangers with blue letters. It's a.
What?
I was looking for a flair. Here's what was at the end of it. I was like, top 5 on my 5th one. I really want to end this with not just with like a really flair of a color. I wanted one that's just basic. It looks good. You can wear it out to go eat. You can wear it to a ball game. The gray Texas Rangers with the blue letters. I think just it's the simplicity of that gray with that blue. It looks good. I'd wear it with some jeans, maybe some shoes or some boots. It looked good. Top 5. That's my top 5. Your turn.
That ugly. A Rangers jerseys do have clean jerseys. That's my 5th one, the blue one. But a gray one. Oh, just the gray jerseys don't ever look good.
I think so. I think the grays look good. They're just simple. I like the simpleness of them.
You just gets me. Number 4, obviously missed this gray one. The Pittsburgh Pirates black with the P, the giant yellow P. Those are clean. Those, like that black, when it gets all dirty and you're just like, dang, I wish I was in the MLB. Number 3, obviously the Royals light blue jerseys. Number 2, I'm not going to go into that because my dad would, definitely be like...
You have to say number 2. Go do your number 2 right now.
Number 2, I'm going to go with the Phillies. I love that Phillies red jersey. It's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could talk about the retros, but I was the one that was stupid enough to be like, yeah, we're not doing retro jerseys.
We'll do retros another top 5. Let folks keep in mind for that.
Spoiler
alert. Another retro top 5 coming in probably the next couple of weeks. Keep your mind up.
Why did you have to screw that up?
Hey, maybe we're going to talk about it the next week or the next
week
after that. Listen, don't come here if you don't want spoilers. I'm going to say spoilers, and if you have a problem with that, I'm sorry.
Number 1, the green athletics jerseys. Those are clean.
Yeah.
Those are like, I am a green fan. Maybe not that dark green, but those are clean. You cannot go wrong with the green jersey. You cannot go wrong with the Packers green jersey. You can't go wrong with the Oakland Athletics jersey.
They just look so simple that they look too much like a high school team.
Curvy A.
It just looks too much like a high school team. Like too much like a high school team. The Rangers still had a sense of pride and it looks like a MLB jersey.
They got that Spurs on the side.
The A's jersey just looks like a high school team. But hey, it's your top 5. Do what you want with your top 5. Moving on to our second top 5.
Well, I'll start this one off.
Go for it. Top 5 top 5 TV shows, ladies and gents. This one was much in coming. We had lots of people ask for this one, and by lots of people I mean me. We're going to talk about top 5 TV shows. Jacob's going to go first.
Obviously, you gotta go. Number 5, My Heart and Soul. I love Psych. Been a fan for a while. A lot of people have not seen it. Not very big name actors, but it's always hit home for me. It's always hit home for me. Number 4, obviously I'm going to go with The League. Another, oh my goodness, when that came out on Netflix, I was like, I laughed every single day. Number 3, they've kind of fallen off for me, but they always hit home. The retro ones, Family Guy.
Oh my goodness!
You know that you come into the house and you watch these scenes.
It's better. It's better than. Okay, let me finish. What was that? 3?
Yeah.
Okay, let me hear your 2 before I say what I was about to say about Family Guy. Let me hear your 2.
Number 2 is a hard one. I was going to put The Office there, but I got to go Office number 1. Number 2 is Big Mouth.
Big Mouth is your second favorite TV show? Okay, I will say the thing about 3, Family Guy. At least it isn't fucking SpongeBob. I
like SpongeBob, but I'm not gonna put that in my top 5.
People that watched SpongeBob growing up had mental problems. I could not sit through an episode of SpongeBob without having a headache. I don't know if that's me or other people, but all I know is that SpongeBob. So Family Guy, I have been known to watch the occasional episode of Family Guy. Some of the Family Guy episodes are pretty funny, but SpongeBob, shoot me in the head before I watch an episode of SpongeBob. Number 2, like you said, you went. What'd you go for number 2? You went
Big Mouth.
Big Mouth. I think Big Mouth is too young to be number 2. I think maybe get to season 4, season 5. Yeah, but it's this past season was so, like, at times it was so uncomfortable. Like the scene where they're in the fucking sauna with like all the old and young and middle-aged women, and then the girls take off their like robes and you see like 13-year-old boobs. It was like, ooh, I kind of feel weird watching this. That was kind of weird. But
give us your top 5.
Top 5. All right.
Raining on about mine.
You rain about my top MLB jerseys all the time.
Yeah, because you pick the ugly ones.
I get to rain on your top 5 TV shows. I'm a big movie TV guy, so obviously I put a lot of thought into this. Number 5 for me has kind of always been something I've always watched with my parents, and I always check on whenever I have like time to watch on Hulu because it's really kind of addicting and you kind of lose yourself in it. Survivor. Survivor has always been something I love watching. I love the outplay, outlast outplay. I wish I could do Survivor. That'd be awesome. But yeah, Survivor would go in and be top 5. They've got 33, 34 seasons. Obviously, people like it if it's been going on that long. I love watching it. Top 4, you've got it. We talked about it earlier. Game of Thrones. Top 4, best TV show. Game of Thrones just constantly keeps me on my feet. I love it.
If you're going to say Walking Dead in this top 5,
if I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to say top 5 Walking Dead.
I'm just going to shoot you.
No, Walking Dead. No, if I had maybe a top 7, Walking Dead would have gone in there. But
we're not stupid.
Yeah,
top 5.
Top 5. So definitely Game of Thrones. Great TV series. It's coming back Sunday. Watch it. Number 3 and 2 were definitely tied for probably, I'd say, a good 3 or 4 days because I really didn't understand. I really couldn't figure out which one I wanted. Number 3, I went with Smallville. Not really a known TV show. Smallville is a show, for those who don't know, I'm going to give a little bit of a spoiler. A little bit. More like a summary.
You're an idiot.
Smallville is a TV show that centers around Clark Kent as a teenager, being a freshman in high school, growing up, learning all these powers, because Clark Kent doesn't just have all the powers suddenly. He gets a cold one time and he sneezes and he blows a barn door off, and that's how he knows he has super breath. It was 9 seasons of just great acting, great characters, great plots. I mean, it was just a good CW show. I miss the old CW, but Smallville, I have all 9 seasons. I love watching them.
Please don't tell me you're going to say One Tree Hill next.
One Tree Hill is definitely number 2. I had to bring it at number 2.
No one watches that
One Tree
crappy
Hill.
show.
One Tree Hill is a.
Besides you and Caleb.
One Tree Hill is a great TV show.
No.
It is definitely a
I
great
didn't even
TV
know
show.
it before you watched
There
it.
were plenty of people that still watch it to this day. People had a misfit when it came to when they took One Tree Hill off of Netflix, and Hulu even brought it on because they gained like thousands of more subscriptions because they added One Tree Hill once Netflix took it off. One Tree Hill has a huge fan base. Icon, I'd like to go to an Icon and meet some of the cast. But One Tree Hill, I think just overall, I mean, it's drama. It has some action in it. It has some sports in it. Has good twists and turns, and I got into it probably 2017, maybe 2016, and I still can watch it over and over again. They're just great TV shows. Number 1, I gotta agree with you, The Office. The Office is probably the best TV show. I can watch it over and over again. I can literally watch season 3, season 4, season 5, and then just be like, hey, I'm gonna start over and watch season 1 and season 2 and season 3, season 4, season 5, because they're so good. And I think that a staple point of a good TV or movie would be the fact that you can catch things that you didn't get the first time. And there are things that, like, I watched in Office again, and I'm like, I didn't get that the first time, or I missed that, or sometimes there's even an episode where, like, I really didn't remember this episode. I forgot how funny it was. Like the one I'm bringing a good point. The one where Dwight brings the team to Florida, Tallahassee, and he's about to be the VP. Jim knows that Robert is going to fire everyone, so he tries to stop him, and they have like a wrestling match and the thing. And I forgot how funny that episode was. So definitely that takes the crown. Top TV show in my opinion by a close margin, because the One Tree Hill definitely flirted with that 1, but I'm gonna put The Office at 1.
I'm gonna say what's funny is that surprisingly, I thought you were going to go with an anime in there,
no.
First off. I thought you were going to go with some comic,
Nope.
like animated thing.
Nope.
Then I thought you were going to go with probably like some cartoon from the day.
From where?
Like Power Rangers or Teenage
Okay,
Mutant
Power Rangers was
Ninja
awesome, and if you grew up watching Power Rangers, you're a real G. But Power Rangers definitely would be top 5. Maybe when I was 13, it probably Mighty Morphin Power Rangers would have been top. But
I could have put Tom and Jerry in there.
What? And you want to get on me about Power Rangers?
Bro, Tom and Jerry's like
No,
the little
Power
like
Rangers.
cocaine of
TV. Every young kid and girl at some point wanted to be a badass Power Ranger.
No,
we all. I had like 6, 7 morphers. I shit you not. I'd bring a shoebox full of morphers from like Mighty Morphin to Dino Thunder to Wild Force to Mystic Force. Like all of these morphers, I had them. They were cool, but they definitely wouldn't be top 5 in terms of anime. The only really anime show that I watch would be Castlevania, which isn't even that anime, more just kind of animation.
I don't need you to talk about your stupid freaking anime.
Attack on Titan.
It's so trash.
Attack on Titan would probably be top 8. Top 8. But we stick with top 5. Number 1, Office. That's I'm locking that in.
You're just unbelievable right now. But join us next week on the Wake and Bake show, and join me weekdays Monday through Thursday on the 4th and 11 show, and Steven will be right back in the chair next to me on the Wake and Bake show with Steven and Jake every single Friday. The best way to start your Friday mornings off. So stay tuned, and always stay cool.
Hey, enjoy Game of Thrones for this week. Hey, and let me know in the comments how it goes.